Doug Hill, wow, congratulations. You go out to Army with a very young team and get the win.
Yeah, it was a big win. It was huge. You know, we had a bunker in. I don't like to use that term. It's kind of an Army term. But we sat in for the first 5 minutes, absorbing the shock. They could have gotten an early goal, but we sustained it, and we cleared the balls out well. And then it started to transition a little bit and going back and forth. And I was so happy when on the 25th minute, you know, we could have switched the ball earlier to JT. But it came off a cross that wasn't quality, and it came out to his feet, and outside the 18, he bent the ball perfectly into the back right corner.
Yeah, fantastic goal by JT. And then, but Army came back and tied it. Were you worried at that point? Because I'm sure the cadets, they were going nuts.
Yeah, they were going nuts, and they were all behind Canoa Likewise's goal. That's where they were shooting against, and there was a big crowd behind them. But, you know, the game's kind of opened up. We made some corrections at halftime. We had to make a couple adjustments, and we sorted out the marks. And I'd say it was back and forth, and you could tell it was the type of game that anybody could have got a goal at any time. We had 2 or 3 opportunities in the second half, but they scored like around the 61st minute, and it was a good goal. I mean, we didn't clear the ball well, but they picked up the ricochet, and they blasted past Kainoa. I don't think he even saw it.
Right, yeah. Then, though, how key was it for you guys to answer quickly?
Yeah, and they were still pushing. I could tell they were pushing for the win, but we got a good counterattack. A good build-up from Lathan Spaforda. Then he passed it to Alec Young, and he slipped Tristan Traeger, and Tristan put it in the back post. Nice low shot, and went over and silenced the crowd. So I was really happy that we held on to the no more goals against and got away with a 2-1 win. But great experience. What I can say the most about this team is for a young team to show that much grit against a kind of a senior Army team showed a lot of character for these guys. And, you know, they're stepping up to the plate, and they're surprising me in more ways than I thought they would, because you don't always expect that at freshmen. You expect freshmen mistakes, but I think they came up big. I would have loved to get more players in the game, but it wasn't that type of game that you wanted to disrupt the rhythm, and you're like, all right, let's just close it out and see if we can get this win. But the attitude, the effort, and especially the mentality, they were sliding for balls and putting everything could right to the last second. That's what it took for the win make that win.
Yeah. Fantastic job by the guys. Now, do you have to worry about them getting a little big-headed? I know it's only one game, but they're very young, and they beat their arch rival.
No, I don't think there's big heads. I think they know that we need to play more soccer. Every game's just not going to be all grit and heart and how hard you can run, you know, because these California teams have a lot of talent, a lot of skill. And what I want to see is I think our team has a lot of skill, and we don't have to battle like that. But to know that you can bring that battle element into any game and add the soccer piece. So this week's focusing on soccer, letting us join more. And we have a good soccer playing team. And you don't want to get hit a lot by the bigger boys because it wears on the smaller guys as you go through the season. So I think if we can keep our mentality of just doing our function and everybody really doing a good job and what they're supposed to do, the biggest kudo I gave for this team for this whole weekend is they played like a team. We may not have any superstars, but when everybody does their job and they gel together, everybody's willing to run for each other and back each other up. We had 11 playing defense and 11 playing offense, and that's a key of a good team.
Yeah. Do you know much about these California teams? You're headed out to Sac State.
We're going to get a better look this week, but Sacramento's 2-0. They won their first 2 opening games, so we open up against them on Friday night, and then we switch it over to UC Davis. They won 1 and tied 1. Learning to win on the road with the young teams is a little harder, but, you know, the challenge is out there, and sometimes I can control their schedules better. And for young players, especially freshmen, it's better being out of here and controlling that, you know, what they're going to do, what they're going to eat. They're getting a good night's sleep, and we're up for the challenge.
All right. Doug, thank you very much. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks, Brian.